Hey guys, Bree Crazy Bates here. So sorry I haven't recorded any more of this lately. I've been a little bit busy with college stuff and getting ready to go back in the fall. So I just haven't really had a lot of time. But let's just jump back into this. We've been talking with Peralt about some of the stuff with our stepmother and stuff that we could do with that. And also just getting to know him a little bit. So we'll see where it goes. I know. I'm sorry for stereotyping again. It's just so hard to imagine Madame Ged in love. Oh yeah, we were talking about the relationship between Peralt and Madame Ged, and apparently they had a little romance going there for a while. I don't think it was love. We were both lonely, and fate brought us together. Companionship might be a better word for it. I'm sorry if that offends you. No, I guess I've never thought about Madame Ged as someone that can be lonely, or with any other human weakness, for that matter. She appears to be so strong. She is strong, and a good woman, so it would be a shame to see the prejudice win and drive her away from yet another town. But what you said surprises me, really. Seeing just one side of her seems unfair as well. Plus, the two of you seem so alike in so many ways. Because you can never miss while comparing a woman to your former lover. I'm sorry. I told you, I am no poet. Don't mention it. I actually do admire Madame Ged quite a bit. And I guess now I can see her in a different light. Both of you. A bit less mystery, a little more reality. That is just the way it is. I'm sorry. You're right. And I'm the one who's sorry. I did not mean to offend you. You didn't. Now if you'll excuse me, I have to go to the palace. The reporting duties call. Thank you for accompanying me. You were one of the most interesting and beautiful girls I've ever met. Can we see each other again and talk? Absolutely! Because this is totally what I'm looking for. I don't even care about the prince. Go for the cool guard. My logic. Thank you. I have enjoyed this walk immensely, so. I have enjoyed this walk immensely, too. I will try to arrange it so we can meet again, as difficult as it may prove. Oh, I believe you can accomplish anything if you want to. Thanks for the confidence. I look forward to meeting you again, then. Must find a way to meet Peralt. Anyhow, if you decide to do something about what that vagabond said today, or even if you just want to discuss your Why can I not talk today? What is up with me? I guess I'm just kind of tired. Or even if you just want to discuss your options further, do come and find me. Thank you very much, Captain. I will. There, that's a little better. I really need to go. Goodbye, Cinders. Have a nice night. You too, Captain. Good night. Proud. And back to the house we go. I have a feeling I'm going to be in trouble for my little nightly walk there. Back to the same old. This feels almost like coming back to prison, and out of my own free will, and out of my own will. After 2 such wonderful days of freedom, it's depressing to know I need to go back to my ordinary life. There, out there in the real world, I can meet amazing people, have actual friends. Here, I'm trapped between Carmosa's plans and her poor daughter's bitterness. Sometimes I wonder, what if I were to vanish in the woods? Would anyone notice or care? Maybe that's the answer, getting lost in the wilderness, befriending an uncivilized but noble tribe of rather short miners, becoming their princess. Snow White! Come on, man. What are you doing here? Spending the rest of my days being adored, praised, and... Get a grip on yourself, Cinders. At least I learned some really interesting things today. Interesting. And possibly dangerous for Carmosa. Maybe it's going to be my wild card in this game. Sometimes I wonder if all families are like mine. broken, conflicted, and utterly unpleasant? Or is it just a nobility thing? My feet are begging for mercy. I must have walked a dozen miles today. Those were really good shoes I saw at the market, and pretty, too. I sure could use new shoes like that. These old horrors are just a few steps away from falling apart, and they blister my heels and ankles. Still, it was worth the effort. The good captain, bless his honorable heart, seems genuinely interested in my humble person. Good, 'cause he's kind of epic. And he seems like an interesting gentleman, too. Looks really dashing in all those belts. Yes, the belts! She noticed all the belts. I think. So many belts. Besides, I always fancied scars and brooding disposition in a man. So she totally has a crush on Feralt, which I think is favorable. I think I kind of prefer him to this kind of scheming prince here. Oop, meanwhile in the palace. Let's see what we got. God, it's two men's voices again. You have summoned me, my prince? I'm so bad at this. That I did. Wait, no, his is supposed to be higher. That I did. You came back a bit late tonight. Was there any trouble on your route? Not at all, my prince. Something has caught my attention. You must be wondering why I wanted to see you at this hour. Surely you have guessed it must be about something important. Your jacket is kind of a really cool color. I'm usually not a big blue or like green fan, but it's a really cool jacket. Anyway, I will have to ask you to make an important decision, and I will not be expecting you to give me your answer right away. My lord? Let me explain, Perrault. As you know, we live in a time of transition, and my father's death changed many things. Being so close to our family, you were aware that the old king spent most of his days trying to compromise between extremes, a balance between order and freedom. With little success, despite his best wishes, all his life remained an autocrat. That is why my vision, is to change the kingdom in such a way as to eliminate the need to compromise between freedom and order altogether. In other words, Perrault, I want reforms, but I am sure you know this. I do, my prince. I have known you long enough to be able to learn about the qualities of your character. Sorry, I need a drink. I want to give the people a constitution, Perrault. I don't want them to be subjects, I want them to be citizens. I see. This will not make you more popular among the nobles, sire. If that's even possible. You are not a king yet, my lord, and there is some unrest among the nobles. I wouldn't announce your plans just yet. They make you an easy target. Yes, they do. That's exactly why I need your protection. You already have it. You know I'd give my life serving the crown. I am your sword and shield, my lord. Yes, yes, my friend, I know that. But there are a different kind of enemies I am going to face during my reign. I will be giving people more freedom, but that means taking away some of that old precious order. The nobles won't stand for it. They will want my head. They wouldn't dare. Of course not. That would give me a reason to ask for their heads. They will not do anything openly. Do you understand now what I speak of, Perrault? So you want me to spy for you? It is the new battlefield, Captain, the theater of war of our times, and the crown needs you to be our champion. Champion? But it isn't an honorable war, it's a war of lies. It is a war of discretion and intelligence, qualities I know you possess in abundance, not to mention loyalty. I don't know why it kind of made me... it has nothing to do with it, but it makes me think a little bit of the anime Akame ga Kill, which may or may not have overtaken my first place favorite anime. Well, at least in that area. I love Akame ga Kill. I love Sword Art Online too, but I don't know, for some reason, he just kind of reminds me of Tatsumi. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm very sorry. Anyway, I should definitely not get distracted. Forgive me, my lord. I don't want to come across as naive. I am simply not accustomed to all the subtleties of ruling. I am surprised. What would you require of me in this new service? You would have to spend more time at the court. That much is certain. Keep your eyes and ears open, and, of course, socialize much more. You would have to trade those blades of yours for our exquisite white gold cutlery, I'm afraid. And maybe do something about this outfit. All those belts. What's wrong with the belts? They're amazing! The belts are the best! So many belts! All the belts! I don't know why I'm freaking out about belts, but no, his outfit is amazing. Don't take it away. I see. This is not exactly... This isn't... You don't have to decide right away. Also, you do have a choice. I am not a tyrant, after all. Should you choose to distance yourself from this lovely miss I am planning for the realm, you can leave your current service with honor and retire. Your patrolling duty is purely ceremonial nowadays, and the guards have their officers. As it is, your position in the court is a matter of empty traditionalism. Nothing more. Hey, he saved a little boy. I think he's useful. You would send me away. To where? Oh, I'm certain there's some picturesque and lucrative strip of royal land left that I can make you the count of. Sorry, my headphones acting up a bit. I had to... There, that's a little better. How about Middle Hollow? Such a quaint little place. You deserve it. That's simple. This is very surprising. It's strange. It's a strange thing to learn that you are not needed. Rubbish, Perrault. The crown needs you. I need you. This is precisely why I am asking you to make your own decision. If I am to rule this realm, I have to learn to make difficult choices, and this is my first. I am not ordering you to become the new royal master spy. I am giving you a choice. Not only because I know that you wouldn't make a good agent serving me against your own will, but also because you are my friend, Perrault. If that's the case, I reckon I'd prefer to be just a subject. It will be enough, Captain. Let us not say things we will regret later. Very well, my lord. Will this be all, my prince? Yes, Captain. Give my proposal some thought. I would have your answer within the next few days. Now go. So this is an interesting dilemma. He wants Perrault to become a spy. I feel like Perrault wouldn't really be up for that. Oh, look, Sophia's in my room. What is this? Or do you need a special invitation to get out of bed? Get up! Get up! What time is it? Dawn already. You need to get up right this instant. Dawn is not a reason to yell at someone, and I'm not sure it's reason enough to get up so abruptly either. 2 days without supervision and you've gotten lazy already? Where would you be on your own, I wonder? Oh yes, do come in and spill your venom on me. Is there any actual reason for me to wake up at this hour, or is this just a social call on your part? Fine, don't get out of bed and see how it works for you. What do I care? This way it will be even more interesting. Okay, I'm sorry and awake now. Would you please tell me what's going on? Carmos back. She wants us to gather in the hall. I'm wide awake and up now. You could have begun with that. Well, now you know. She has a large package with her, and she looks like she means business. So hurry up. Her voice is always changing. I think the only voice that really stays the same is Cinders, just because it's pretty much my own voice. She always looks like she means business. I wonder what's in the package, though. What shape was it? Did it Oh, just stop being nosy and hurry up or we'll both be in trouble. If you were getting dressed instead of asking so many questions, you would already be seeing it yourself. If you didn't stand there, yell at me, and stare, I would actually be in a position to get dressed. Fine, I'm leaving, just hurry up. Glad I read that before it continued. Such fashion. I'm really sorry I got here as fast as... Wait, where's Carmosa? In her study. She didn't have time to wait for you forever, and you kept her waiting for quite some time. Oh no, we wouldn't want Carmosa's magnificent plans to be foiled just because of Cinders' laziness, would we? You might rethink your attitude. Mother wants to speak to you. I can't imagine how that is going to be a pleasant experience, considering. She said she wants to speak to me? Why? Well, actually, she wants to speak to each of us. You're just supposed to go first. Great. When I finally get to be the first at something, it's something I don't want. It's like receiving gifts. Good in principle, yet always disappointing in reality. Dear Lord. Why would she want to speak to each of us, and why separately? I have a bad feeling about this. Oh, just stop complaining, you two. And you should hurry up and go, Sophia, unless you feel the need to make Mother angrier, of course. I'm going. I certainly don't like this. Carmosa seems keen on interrogating us and getting every detail of what happened while she was gone. If you did what you were supposed to, you wouldn't be nervous right now. Just a thought. Of course, because everything is fair and honest around here. And I certainly wouldn't get blamed for things I have no control over. I think you do enough on your own not to need any additional blame. Your constant rebelling should get most of Carmosa's attention. And how will Carmosa have any idea about who rebelled and what rebelling actually means, huh? You are not seriously suggesting that I would tell on you, are you? I'm trying so hard to do well here and take care of you two. And Sophia, she wouldn't just stab you in the back like that for no reason, would she now? Well, I certainly do not feel as safe as you described. Okay, so my sister might have an interesting idea of fun. True. But I think we did start to share some sort of a connection, albeit weak. I did notice you two were on better terms. I must admit, I was wondering what the change was about. I'm not sure yet, but I certainly hope it's permanent. Not some ploy to lower my awareness. I like the feeling of having a sister. Oh, I'm so glad you say that. And I am happy that you and Sophia get along. Actually, I'm happy she's getting along with anyone. Happy? Why? You hardly ever talk to her yourself. The fact I don't have a good connection with her doesn't mean I can't care. I do wish for her to be happy. I'm glad she's finally able to make friends. I had no idea you cared so much. You're full of surprises. I don't think I need to explain myself. I was just asking, but fine. Let's just wait for Sophia to come out and see what she has to say. Well, it's not like we have many alternatives. I hate waiting. This shouldn't take long. Carmosa is not someone to beat around the bush. True. She's always to the point. No excuses, no diversions, no mercy. Let's just wait. Things are happening. I don't know what they are, but actually, no, I don't know crap. You're back. That was fast. Aren't you happy to see me? I'm fine. Sorry to disappoint you girls. So what was the talk about? You'll find out soon enough. It's your turn, and I wouldn't keep Mother waiting if I were you. Alright, I'm off. Wish me luck. You might need it, so good luck, sister. Good luck. So, how was it? Carmosa swoops down on you like a hawk and submits you to great physical torture and tests your endurance. At one point, she took this long needle and... Lovely. Thanks for that image, sis. You did get a little pale, but honestly, you'll be fine. So it wasn't that bad? Oh, don't get me wrong, it was no pleasure either, and Carmosa hatched a plan that will make me lose a lot of sleep till it's all over. This can't be good. I'm almost afraid to ask, what is it? Oh no. You need to be properly surprised when you hear it from Carmosa. That will prove I did not utter a word. But you don't need to worry too much. Only Gloria and I get to fail Carmosa and her ridiculously high expectations this time. As far as I know, you will not be involved. I never thought I would be happy to hear that someone forgot about me. Then let me add to your joy. I forgot about you and your little escapades when I recounted to Carmosa what happened during her absence. So you should be fine. I wonder what Gloria will tell. Aren't you worried? I'm not sure. She seemed alright when we talked. Maybe a bit unsettled. I know my sister. She doesn't show emotion until Mother orders her to do it. But on the inside she was raging. I think she might spill some of that into Mother's ears. The hell with that. These past few days reminded me of what freedom feels like. It was worth whatever punishment Carmosa might throw at me. You've either lost your mind or forgotten what Mother is capable of. Nothing is worth what she'll come up with to make you regret your actions. Well, we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? So far we have no idea what the hell is going on. Actually, I think I have a guess, since she disappeared for 2 days, and, like, she got tickets to the ball. She may have gone to get some, like, dresses or something. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I played this game. And I wasn't even in control that time. But I feel like it has something to do with the ball. You're back. How was it? What do you mean? Well, was it, I don't know, unpleasant? Of course not. Why would it be? It was just a normal conversation. Normal for you, perhaps. Come on, Gloria. I can tell it wasn't that smooth. Stop being so nosy and start asking proper questions. Did Carmosa tell you about her plans? In fact, she did. Oh, of course she did. You earned that special little place on her lap. Sophia, please. Shush now, Cinders. What do you think of Mother's latest great plot? You would think she had learned not to expect the impossible of us, or anything big, really. And maybe it's time to live up to her expectations. You're a grown-up now, Sophia. It's time for you to work on managing your responsibilities. You're hopeless and stupid. Some of us are simply not built for greatness. If only you focused on doing something useful half as often as you do on sharpening that vicious tongue. You must speak plainly. I'm too stupid to understand complex sentences. So what are Carmosa's plans exactly? Oh, I'm sure she'll explain everything in a moment. Now hurry up, don't keep her waiting. You know how angry she gets when someone's late. Oh yes, I feel like this is going to be quite an adventure. And I'm about to enter the Beast Lair. You called me? Yes, I did. Come in and close the door. I'd like you to explain something to me. I've just asked my daughters what would happen during my absence, and to my surprise, I've got 2 conflicting descriptions. Could you please explain to me how you did spend the last 2 days? Yes! Rebelling! I visited friends in town, and did some things I planned to do. You could say I took 2 days off. So I have heard. I'm still wondering as to the nature of the liberties you took when I wasn't here to direct you. I certainly hope you did not do anything foolish. However, one of my daughters assured me that you're much too level-headed to make a mistake like that. She did. Yes, I also thought it was unusual of her, so I'm letting this slip. Yes! Both the daughters love me! Well, they don't love me. They still kind of hate me. But... oh my god. Okay. Yes, I'm not in trouble. She's not mad. I don't know why I'm so excited about this. Okay. But enough about this. This isn't the topic I want to speak to you about. It has to do with my plans for our family. 2 days from now, a grand ball will be taking place in the royal palace. Any royal business is very important, of course, but this particular ball will be very important, even for His Royal Highness. It means very careful preparations. The Royal Masquerade. I might have heard about it, yes. Oh, you have. This is very surprising indeed. It is. Recently I've learned that it isn't that difficult to obtain sensitive information. One simply has to pay attention to what is going on around them, watch carefully who is meeting with whom. Especially when it comes to a certain shady-looking character fetching rumors like a trained hound. Really? Well done, then. Perhaps you are not as thick as I thought. Let's hope you'll forge this little success into collecting information into a permanent quality. A quality which I'm sure you'll find useful in life. Being well-informed surely beats being kept in the dark. Folks say that the truth shines like the light, and ignorance is the darkest night. It's a fitting comparison. After all, night is the time of fear, vulnerability, and powerlessness. I learned quite a few things these days. I feel much safer and more powerful already. What matters here is that the ball is very near and there is little time left. It means that I will be expecting our entire family, and I do mean all of us, to give their best. By which I mean complete obedience. No questions, no dramas, no nonsense. This is much too important an event to be spoilt in such a silly way. Very well. And what is my part in this plan, then? Will I be going to the ball as well, member of our family that I am? Don't be absurd. Royal affairs aren't your arena. I see. Then what is my arena, ma'am? Why, the house, of course. If everything goes smoothly, the ball would mark the point of our family coming back into high society. And that means one thing. Guests. We will need combined efforts to make the residence spotless, but your role in this will be crucial. I see, my lady. Would you also like me to hide in the wardrobe or pretend that I'm a statue when the guests come? Or maybe being a statue would pose too much of a competition for your charming and intelligent daughters. I understand your anger and your reasons. Now you must understand mine. I put much time and effort into creating this opportunity for my daughters. I will not let them be upstaged by anyone. You may play at... oh god, what is this word? All sanctimonious with me now. But either now or in 10 years you'll understand my perspective and you will agree with my decisions. Also, I don't see a single reason to yield to your complaints if all I get from you is recklessness and childish moods. Start supporting the family, and maybe the family will do the same for you. You like to refer to all of us as family, but only if it means I have to do something. Don't get melodramatic, girl. You sound like a bad novel. Even if I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to prepare 3 young ladies for the ball organized by the future king. Do you have any idea how much a decent dress costs these days? No, of course you don't. Should I mention the money problems? Fuck it, she's pissing me off. Do it! Yes, apparently a big house and an inherited title don't make anyone rich, do they? Sorry, I got a text message about playing with leftover fireworks. See, for a second all I saw was play with something, and I was like, this could be weird. Okay, anyway. And when in need, even the most proud and snobbish get desperate enough to trade away heirlooms. What are you saying, girl? That useless misfit couldn't keep his mouth shut, now could he? It's fairly easy to get information once you know for sure it's there. It's just a matter of perseverance. Bold words for one so young. One could think great spy masters should begin asking you for counsel. Most fortunate of me to have such a great treasure under my roof, and so humble, too. But collecting rumors, even the juicy ones, isn't enough. Great spies need to know how to use their leverage. Do you? And what would you say if I told you that I found a way to solve our money problems? You had now. That's very improbable. Your touch with reality is laughable. Do you even know where the money I buy your food with comes from? Save your skepticism for later. What if I had found a way, and you were making a huge mistake? Are you really willing to take a chance? Well, assuming that you did indeed somehow grow a backbone and realize how the real world works, assuming that I won't keep you locked up in your room to prevent you from repeating those charming escapades of yours, it would be very impressive to learn you thought about our problems and actually came up with some solution. Very impressive. This tells me nothing. I can easily imagine your favor coming and going with the wind. I want to know if solving our money problems for you would make me your equal. You know how to be bold, girl, I give you that. But you still lack realism. Stop fantasizing. You are making it. However, if you want to try something on your own, if you want to prove that you can be useful, even just to fuel your ego, I won't stop you. Who knows? You might even learn something about life. Those are dangerous wishes you are making, ma'am. Now, girl, you are much too smart to speak to me like this. By the heavens, I swear you were sent to make me suffer every time I compare you to your sisters. Enough of this idle chatter. We have a very important task ahead of us and little time left to do it. Since you were thinking so highly of yourself and your skills, why don't you show us your pragmatic side and start cleaning the house and helping with preparations? That's it? Do you really believe that is all I can be good at? Demons, snap out of that constant daydreaming, girl, and start paying attention. Do you think that even if you were the lady of this house, you wouldn't need to keep it clean? Are you really selfish enough to believe that? Besides, the terrible burden of dusting and doing dishes is miscellaneous in comparison with my responsibilities. Be grateful for having such a simple life. Oh yes, very great. Shush! Not a word. Get the girls together and call the servants. Wait for me in the hall. I will bring you your orders in a moment. I like how she's got a little bit of, like, grudging acceptance toward me. I really just want to have an option to just sneak out of the house again and be like, hey, Tobias, let's come up with a plan. I don't know. Peralt, Tobias, Madam Ged, help me solve all my life's problems. Finally. It's so clean you could positively dine from it. I'm tired, but it's still better than washing all those dishes. I hate doing dishes. She's been back for a little more than an hour, and here we are scrubbing the floors on all fours. Cleaning the windows. Polishing silverware. Twice. And dusting everything. And did I mention doing the dishes? You might have. I hate that. Do you know what I hate? I hate the fact that I am here, while my dear, charming, and wise beyond her age wonder of a sister is upstairs. Playing the little princess she will never be, and trying out that ridiculous dress Carmosa bought her. First of all, you never saw that dress, and second, who knows? Maybe the prince will fall in love with her, and you'll end up being the queen's sister? I doubt even that amount of noble blood could make a person dense enough to fall for Gloria. Although, maybe if she kept silent. You're terrible. Besides, for all we know, the prince could be denser than lead. Also, I didn't know you cared about balls and dresses. Compared to this, I think I prefer the royal circus. Sophia, I need to thank you for putting in a word for me when you spoke with Carmosa. I appreciate it. Don't mention it. Don't overestimate my goodwill. I find myself just as surprised by my behavior as you are. I'm sure some dark power possessed you that brief moment you actually did something nice for another person. Anyway, I appreciate it. What are you two blabbering about? Wondering why the hall isn't sparkling yet? Well then stop talking and get to work. This place has to be worthy of the Emperor. You seem very confident that people will suddenly crave visits to our house, Mother. Just because they will have met us at the ball? Will they be so taken by Gloria's charming sense of humor and my kind and sunny disposition? There goes my wonderful Sophia, always heavy as a storm cloud. Are you finished? Because there's work to be done. Also, frankly, dear, I had stopped paying attention to your theatrics in a very long time ago. I'm sorry, my acting isn't up to your standards, Mother. This ball is much more than just meeting. It is a chance for all of us to get a firm footing in the world, and heaven knows we could use some of that. I have waited for far too long and invested much, too much to let this chance slip. So stop whining and start being serious about it, or you want to end up with no money and just the clothes on your back, like Cinders here. Oh, thanks. Don't get your hopes too high. What did you say? Are you whispering in my presence? Nothing, Mother. Mother, where are you? I need you to see this. What is it again? There must have been a mistake, Mother. This dress isn't my size at all. It's much too long. Dear Lord. Cleavage. I'm sweeping the floor with my every move, and if I ever have to dance like this, like in it, I risk serious injury or worse. Well, personally, I think you look really pretty, Gloria. Very pretty indeed. Have your fun at my expense. You love to see me like this, don't you? Yes. I think I'm beginning to like it too. Though the floor's already swept, I'm afraid. What is this? Demons, the man is clearly an amateur. I gave that crook all the numbers and made sure he got them right several times. I'm sorry, Mother, but I can't go wearing this. What are we going to do? No reason to lose your head, Gloria. Perhaps visiting the tailor without you was a mistake after all. But we can still salvage the situation. There's still time. We'll all go to the tailor tomorrow and make sure he gets it right this time. A trip to the tailor. How very entertaining. Stop whispering behind my back and try your dress on. We will have to know if it fits. My eye itches. And you, Cinders, stop loitering and get back to cleaning. Just great. Cinders do the cleaning while we try on our new dresses. Sure. Why don't we all relax and enjoy ourselves while Cinders scrubs the floors and walls? I almost said wells. I can't believe I'm back to this again. Those past few days have been amazing. Now I know there's more to life than this, and not only in fairy tales. I need to change something instead of just bending to Carmosa's will and going back to what is called normal around here. How can I just forget about freedom now? Because let's be honest, Carmosa won't ever release me. She doesn't even consider me in her plans. I'm no one to her. What was that? Who would knock on my window at this hour? Some shady character it must be. Let's see. Peralta outside in the middle of the night. Oh, okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Hey, Cinders, it's me, Peralta. And he seemed like such a composed man. Oh well, let's do something about him before Carmosa kills me. Come inside before anyone sees you. Do you want to be a reason for domestic violence by provoking Carmosa into ripping me to pieces? I wouldn't let anyone hurt you. Aww. Oh, so you provoke violence to have something to resolve. Nice way to provide yourself with work. This way you'll always be needed. I'm sorry to bother you. You've hit a hot soft spot there. You have no idea whether I have a job anymore, or a purpose, for that matter. What happened? I shouldn't bother you this late at night. I am extremely sorry. No need to apologize. You're always welcome. But what happened? What brings you here, and how were you even able to find me? That is a lot of questions. You might consider a career as an interrogator. That'd be a fun job. Only not really. Finding you was easy. As it's not a secret where Lady Carmosa lives. I did have some problems determining the right window, though. I am afraid that I got it wrong the first time. So if anyone complains about burglars or weird animal noises, I'll laugh at them and convince them it was their imagination. But what brings you here? Can we talk somewhere else where no one will interrupt us? Again, I'm sorry to bother you. It's just that I have no one else to talk to. It's no bother. Would you like to go on a walk with me? I know the most beautiful place in the forest. Oh, so you can sneak out? That would be... Thank you. Of course I can. Look. Climbs out the window. Don't look too close. Don't look at my dress. We're here. This is my place. Well, not really mine. It belongs to someone else, but I come here frequently. Yes. These woods are ancient and have been a part of the royal domain for centuries. Since the first king, they've always belonged to the crown. That's not what I meant. When I was little, my father was still alive. He used to tell me stories about fairies living in this part of the forest. Sprites or not, I can't deny the air this place has. It's very soothing. That's why I call it my place. I come here to relax, and I need that quite often. But you wanted to talk about something. I get the feeling it must be something disturbing. You were very quiet on our way here. Was I? Yes, I was. You answered your own question. It's just something that happened yesterday. You might say I was caught off guard. No pun intended. Was there another fight in town? Did you have to... I got my headphone. No, it wasn't a fight, and I didn't kill anyone. It was just a talk. A talk with whom? The prince. It's so strange that I'm going to discuss this with you. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to be nosy. It's just... If it's some kind of secret affair of state, then you're right. You shouldn't be telling me anything. It's not about secrets. And you're not nosy. I said it's strange because I don't know a single person other than you with whom I could speak right now. Now, isn't that odd? You told me yourself that your duty defines you. I guess friends don't really fit into such a picture? Perhaps I finally traded one for the other. What do you mean? My prince summoned me today. He told me about his plans for the kingdom and for me. Plainly speaking, he told me that I'm no longer needed, that my position is obsolete, and that he wants me to take up another job, a different job. I see, and this new job would require you to do what exactly? Lie. He wants me to become his master spy. That rhymes. It's really sad. I see. So what did you tell him? That I will think about his proposal. I can see you're very upset about this. Why is that? I thought you wanted to serve and protect the future king. And yet, you are clearly conflicted. That's what makes it so upsetting, the fact that I can't make a choice. I know my duty, and I honor my allegiance. He is my prince, and he has my sword and bow. But not necessarily your forked tongue? Yes, I'm not made for intrigues in court politics, and even if I were, I don't think it's an honorable kind of duty. It must have been difficult to hear your liege ask you to accept it, then. Not only that, he also said that there is no need for my current service. But this is everything I know, everything I am. I trained to be the captain like my ancestors before me since I was a little boy. How am I supposed to change all of that for a hooded cloak? I don't know. It does sound like a life-changing decision. Maybe I should simply retire, leave the scene before I become a joke. The prince gave me that option as well. Whatever his reasons may be, I'm sure this wasn't an easy decision for the prince either. He did give you a choice after all. Carmosa doesn't ask me what I want. From what I gathered, you're more than just a subject to him. Perhaps you're right. So what would you choose if you were given the choice? I would retire. Fuck that shit. I don't want to be a spy. If you really want to know my opinion, I think you should retire. Really? Why is that? Well, it is obvious to me that you served your liege outstandingly, and you really earned some time off duty. Times changed, and your mission is accomplished. You made it. Now it's time for you to rest and think about yourself, your life, and what do you want to do with it? You're being very nice while calling me a useless relic of the past at the same time. Don't be ridiculous. A man of your skills? I'd say the world is wide open right there in front of you. I also think that the prince must realize this, and that's precisely why he presented you with a choice in the first place. I don't think I'll be making up my mind yet. This is simply too new. There's something else, too. I always thought about myself as a man of duty and honor. You might have mentioned that in our conversations, yes. That's exactly how important it is. It was for me. But now that I am given a new duty, I have trouble accepting it, and I think I know why. You do? Yes. It's because I am a man of duty. I'm not a man of duty at all. I'm a man of the sword, and that's what has been making me so devoted to royal service. But once it's gone, I am not so good at taking orders from the prince. It was an honor that kept me at his side. It was pleasure. I was doing my duty because I was enjoying it. Which I'm guessing is a bad thing? Of course it is. Duty and honor stem from discipline and self-sacrifice, not preference. But doesn't fun make things, well, funnier? Apparently, yes. Besides, you're obviously very good at being one thing, a warrior. This may be true or not. However, I'm sure I'm not good at being a politician. I just don't have what it takes to manage to lie all the time. Manipulate others, yes. I was never very good at it, and I seldom tried. It's just not who I am. I think that condition's called moral backbone, and it's only curable with money. I don't care about money. Then I'm afraid you'll have to live with it, and hope it won't be terminal. Congratulations, we've just determined that you have a heart. It may mean only one thing. You are a man of ideals. A man of ideals would accept his prince's offer without a second word. No, I'm not him. I'm what you said, a relic. A knight stuck in his little fantasy world where duty is pleasant and no one is ordered to lie. I want to follow my code, which tells me to obey, but I can't obey because it means I'd have to break another kind of code. But it may all be just a front, because apparently I only do things for fun. Alright, now this is just too much. Stop this right now. The situation isn't easy, but you shouldn't complain about the choice you were given. I wasn't complaining. Yes, you were, dear Captain. Even though it is not so bad. You know all you need to know to make up your mind. On the one hand, you can put your duty first and let go of your morals, or honor, as you like to call it. On the other hand, you can hold true to your values, but lose the role which defined you. The choice is clear and simple. Which weighs more in your mind, duty or honor? You said it yourself. It is duty that defines me. Yes, but roles change, and the same is true for definitions. I'd say you put quite the defense of morals just a minute ago. So I think that your honor, your morals, are what define you. Thank you for your words. You gave me more than I expected. It does seem clearer now. I'm glad to have helped. Maybe it is indeed time for me to end this kind of living. Perhaps my mission, my family's mission, is over. Maybe I should just live, find myself the right woman, and focus on being a good man. Although the right woman part may be a bit challenging. I can say you will find someone, or how about me? Oh my god, I need... Okay. I'm gonna save... Really, I'm gonna go with the how about me. And if it turns out to not be good... I don't think she's that difficult to find at all. I think she's closer than you think. My neighbor, perhaps? I love this man. Oh, you mean yourself? If this turns out bad and I've ruined everything, I'll go back, I swear. Leaving this charming place with a talented warrior who's also very easy on the eye and happens to value my judgment? I know of worse fates than that. The kind of life you speak of. Yes, I can see it vividly. No! Only now I understand how determined you are to flee from your house. It's true. But it's also true that I could do it in several ways. And the one having you in it is exceptionally attractive to me. Are you serious about it? Yes! I think we're both equally serious about wanting to say goodbye to both this town and our duties. Yes, I can see that now. It does sound tempting, leaving all of this behind and just trying our luck. Looking what fate has in store for us, both of us. But this isn't all there is to it, is it? What do you mean? I hate to be asking you this, but did you just steer this entire conversation to make me aid you with your goals? It does seem a bit like it's the case, but I'm not sure. No! Yes, I can see how it may look that way, and I understand how you would be worried. However, I can give you my word that I honestly and genuinely did my best to advise you. I told you what I really think is the best choice. Maybe I did this for myself. Frankly, I can't be sure about that myself. I want to break free very much. If I seem a little bit desperate to you, it's because, well, I am, and you are someone I trust. It's alright, I have no doubts about your honesty. But I still need to sort this out on my own. I will think about your offer, though. Thank you, Cinders. This has been very helpful. You listened to me and addressed my doubts. I am grateful. It has been a pleasure. You helped me all you could, and now it is time for me to think about it on my own. Should I escort you back to your residence? Thanks, but that won't be necessary. Since I'm already here, I think I'll go and visit my mother's grave. It's nearby, and as someone recently pointed out to me, I should start taking care of it more diligently. So you're just going to go for a little stroll to the cemetery. You really are something else. I guess it isn't the first time you snuck out at night, though. Besides, what harm can the dead afflict upon you, right? Exactly. In that case, may I at least accompany you on your way to the cemetery? Of course, why not? I really want Perrault to agree to leave with us. I'll end it after this night. I'm sorry that this video is a bit longer than I thought it was going to be. Anyway. Hi, Mom. It's me. It was a while since my last visit. I'm sorry, I've had the most intense week. A bit crazy, actually. I feel like my head's so full with thoughts about what's been going on that it will burst any second now. I think your old friend Ged, she told me quite a lot about you. I can't believe how different it was. You were in comparison with what Father used to tell me. I'm sure you'd know what to do. Ged said you were smart and strong. And so are you. It's in your blood. What? Who said that? Where are you? Oh, it's this, oh man, it's the dream ladies. Now I got fucked up the first time. Be calm. We know you. Just like we knew your mother. We are here to aid you. Alright. If you're so helpful, why don't you show yourself? As you wish. Heavens! Who are you? I am the Fairy of the Lake, the one who's praised and feared by souls elated in those broken spirits. Fairy of the Lake? What? I finally met the fairy. Like I said, I've been choosing different options, and so I've just been more focused on becoming friends with the captain of the guard than pretty much anything else. And also finding ways of possibly taking over the house. You forgot that we did not. We honor the concord with your mother. You forgot everything that had happened. You forgot your mother's sacrifice. We have come back because you were in need. We have come because we remember. We offer aid, but it has a price. Your mother knew it well. Be careful for it may cost you dearly. Forgive me, but I know nothing about any sacrifices or concords. Yes, you have lost the knowledge which your mother had. She was always so close to us, so mindful of our presence, our ways. She knew how to dance with us and how to sing for us. She knew about the way a concord is made. She also knew about the weight of the price, that it is never equal to the weight of the aid. It grows with time, it blooms, and is reaped. She made her sacrifice to bind us and make us watch over you. You are here. We offer aid. What are you saying? That my mother somehow sacrificed herself for me? I really doubt that. You can play with your doubts as much as you please, as long as your belief in us remains unspoiled. I really can't remember a single situation when a fairy helped me. I never noticed anyone watching me. So much certainty, and yet you speak of memories. You are very young indeed. You believe in certainty, but there is only faith. Your mother's faith made this meeting a reality. Her foresight made this an opportunity. She knew you would need us eventually. It is in your blood. Soon you will be facing a grave choice. We are here, and we are offering aid. I make my own fate. Leave me alone. I'm really nervous about this whole price thing. I see. I'm sorry, but this is a bit too much for me. The future is unknown as it is. Adding another unknown to it won't make things easier. I don't know what your offer really means. Besides, once I give up my right to make my own decisions, I become a prisoner of fate, or luck, or something else. Something I don't understand. I won't risk that. My decisions belong to me alone. You are small, but your illusions are great. What choice do you speak of? What fate would you like to forge on your own? Your limbs are already shackled, but you like to listen to your own voice too much to be able to hear them clatter. Your tools are forged, your route is planned. You are an artifice, but not of your own making. Maybe there are some things I can't change, but it only makes the decisions I can make all the more precious. Are you trying to tell me that it's all set in stone? That I was played like a pawn on a chessboard? You were born, were you not? Your words are stubborn like your mother's before she understood. Your choices carry weight like the one you are making now, but they will not be heavy enough. Such things fly like feathers when fate blows. You do not want to see, but you need our aid. That is why we have come. Maybe I am wrong, but it is my choice. As long as I have one, I prefer to do things my own way. Your path is unfolding. Soon you will have to act and make a choice. You will be guided by your blood and nature. When this will come to pass, we will be waiting for you. I still can't believe it. Any of it. And yet your blood speaks otherwise. You are your mother's daughter. Your fate has brought you to the lake. And the lake is watching you. That's a little creepy. You keep on repeating things like that, but why me? What makes me so special? Special? What can be special for fate? No, you were simply a thread, and like all threads, you deem your own pattern special, simply because it is yours. I guess it does make sense. Now go home and rest. The time of change is upon you, and you will need strength to carry its weight. And know this, you will remember about us this time. You will remember, you will receive tenfold the weight your fate has in store for you. And you will regret being so forgetful. She's threatening me. No. Wake up, Cinders. Does every day have to start with us waking you up personally? Rise and shine, sis. What is it? Oh, is it morning already? Someone had an eventful night. had the strangest dream. At least I think it was a dream. Or maybe... There's no time to discuss dreams, Cinders. We're leaving. What time is it? Time when only strumpets and their johns are up and about. Sophia, that was vile. That would be the truth. It's barely sunrise and I should be fast asleep. Don't expect me to prance like some deranged pony just because there's some big, ridiculous party coming up. Why did you have to get up then? What ridiculous... It's not ridiculous. I mean, there are preparations to be made and we should be taking them seriously. We had to get up an hour ago. We need to get those dresses corrected, and who knows how much time that will take. Oh yes, the grand ball. Come on, we need to go, now. Yes, I'm coming. Cinders will be gone for the rest of the day. The house will be left under your supervision. Do you think you can manage that? Don't be dense. Of course she can manage it. There are more well-oiled cogs in that pretty head than in yours and mine combined. Or maybe just yours. I love Sophia! She's my friend. She loves me. Now let's move. I can manage things for one day, Gloria. Don't worry. Alright, we're going then. Bye! Toodles! I love Sophia. Have fun. I want to take Sophia with me when Perrault and I leave. I want to leave with Perrault. Everybody's gone except me. Back to their important businesses, plots, and balls. Why would they care about what I may want? It's just poor little Cinders, no one important. What could such a meek creature do but just sit and whine and then comply? Well, not this time. Today is going to be different. It's the first day of the rest of my life, and it's high time I made some changes. I don't yet know how, but I'm going to that ball, and I'll make their jaws drop. And when I get back, everything is going to be different. Up until now, I've only waited, heaven knows what for. Complaining and whining didn't get me far either, also a surprise. So let's start acting reasonably. I have an aim and I will achieve it. I will make the changes happen. I need to show Carmosa, Gloria, and Sophia I can accomplish great things when I put my mind to it. It won't be easy, but let's face it. It would have no value if it was. I need a plan, though. Or at least a dress and a way to get into the ball. The rest I can just swing. Both Madame Ged and that creature from the lake offered to help me when I finally know what I want. I swear, it's like I have two fairy godmothers. Having help is a nice change, though. A sign the tables are already turning, so whose word should I trust? To whom would it be better to be indebted? Who's less likely to mess it up for me? I'm going with Madame Ged. I don't trust that fairy. I don't trust the fairy at all. The fairies are like an abyss. You shouldn't stare into them too much. Not to mention trusting them. How could I spend the rest of my life waiting for the price tag to appear on my happiness? And I'd probably have to pay dearly. Once you leave your happiness to fate, you become a slave of it. It can easily turn at any moment. Ged's ways are maybe morally gray and selfish, but at least she's straightforward about it. Life isn't always peachy. She knows what she wants and how to get it, which is more than I've done up to now. But let's not be too hasty. I just remember what the captain said about Father's last will. If it really exists and I could find it, then things could turn out quite interesting. And since Carmosa was so kind as to leave the house under study unattended... I just want to leave with Perrault. No, I'm gonna leave. Ah, forget it. I'll have enough leverage soon. Plus, I have a fairly good idea about where should Carmosa stick her dirty little secrets. I should hurry then. I wouldn't want to keep Madame Ged waiting too long, with her offer just hanging in the air. Let me take matters into my own hands. With the help of her able fingers. To town. I wonder if Madame Guette is at her store. I hope she isn't in trouble with the townsfolk again. That brazen simpleton! Carmosa had better hide. A craftsman, he calls himself. A man of trade. If it were up to me, he'd be out of business. Vulgar cretin. Need more time, milady. Can't be done, milady. Idiot. I need to find another tailor, a good one. How could he be so incompetent? He saw how important this is. He said he needed more time, but there's a whole night he could spend working on those corrections. People are so brazen these days. Or maybe they just have private lives with normal families. What was that? Oh, I was just cursing at the state of the modern society and how merchants, craftsmen, and all sorts of people are just not what they used to be in the past. When they were all extremely skillful, cheap, humble, polite, dedicated to their work, and always eager to help a lady in need. I really hope that was an irony, girl. You know how I don't. No, of course. Alright, it's clear. Looks like they weren't that lucky with their dresses in the end. Never mind that. I need to go to Guette's. Hello? Are you there, Guette? I need your help. I've made up my mind. I know what I must do. Hello, Cinders. Oh god, I forgot the voice. Please calm down. There's no need to hurry so much. I was expecting you anyway. So the good folk in town are right. You are clairvoyant. Oh yes, my third eye pierces through the veil of secrets and lies with the arcane blade of logic. Well, at least the townfolk find it to be arcane. I know about the masquerade tomorrow, and I saw Carmosa scuttling through the town. So what is it exactly you've made up your mind about, girl? So you know that Carmosa wants her daughters to attend the grand ball. She wants the event to raise the family status in society. Yes, I have gathered that much. She also wants me to stay at home. She says we all have a part to play, and mine is to clean the house for the future distinguished guest. This is not surprising. She knows you'd upstage your sisters with little trouble. Maybe she does. Doesn't matter, I just need to go. I need to get to the palace. I'm sick and tired of people telling me what to do all the time. I'm going to show Carmosa, Gloria, and everybody what I'm really made of. They aren't afraid of who I am or the influence that I can have on people. If they only knew what I'm capable of. I want to see their faces when the poor Cinders they thought they had caged appears on the royal ball and steals their spotlight. Besides, that's only the beginning. After the ball, my life is going to take a turn. Things will change. You sound very convinced. May I know how exactly you're going to make this change happen? Unlike all the other young girls unhappy with their lives. I sort of hoped you could help me with the details. But I basically have two routes of action that I could take. I could try to escape the town and start all over, or I could try to take control of the house from Carmosa's hand. Indeed you could, but why limit yourself? Why not become the queen? Yes, that's an option too. Since I'm going to the ball, I might as well win the prince's heart. That sounded painful. I can see you smirking, but I assure you that I'm serious about all of this. That you are. It's heartwarming to see you so confident about your plans, Cinders. There is much of your mother in you. There were times when she was very determined to act against all odds as well. Is that how you see my situations? Am I throwing myself against the high tide? How I see your situation matters little, both to you and your situation. Points of view are nothing more than what they are, points from which things are seen, never the things themselves. It's always easier to learn about a point of view rather than a thing. More often than not, things remain secret. They are uncertain. But one thing is certain, choice. What is your goal? I told you, I want to finally break free and... Yes, and you gave me 3 possible routes how you could make that happen. But at this point, they aren't any better than the miller's daughter's bedtime dreams against a circus acrobat of becoming a circus acrobat. If you were serious about it, you need to decide what exactly it is that you want, and then maybe I can help you to form an actual plan. What I really want. Escape town, because maybe that's the route with Perrault. I probably should have saved. The truth is that not much good awaits me here. Retaking the residence from Carmosa peacefully just won't happen. And wooing the prince to become queen? Please, this is the real world we're talking about. No, my only chance for freedom is a fresh start. I have to escape this place, break free from the prison that is my current life. High-born young girls running away from their life in big mansions. It's not exactly unheard of. Are you sure you're not just trying to get some attention? Oh yes, because all I need is more attention from Carmosa and her daughters. This isn't helpful, and you know I'm serious. Besides, I know someone who tends to leave any town she's currently resting in as soon as people start doing pranks to her cat. I don't have a cat. I hate cats. Cats are trouble. Well, I can be trouble too. Are you going to help me or not? Alright, you've made your point. Yes, I will help you, but I need to know your exact plans. Traveling alone can be dangerous, you can believe me, as there's someone who would be willing to go with you. I talked with Captain Perrault a bit, and I think I could convince him to go with me. You did what? Perrault? Are we talking about the same good captain? Why is this funny? Well, you were either very persuasive, or my old friend changed his taste considerably, and is now hunting for younger meat. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot you two used to be close. From what I gathered, it wasn't anything serious. I apologize, I shouldn't... Don't apologize, you were completely right, it wasn't serious, it was... I'll forget about it, I'm just surprised, that's all. And impressed. Tell me, do you think this is a good idea? You know him better than I. As far as escape plans go, this one is very good indeed. Perrault is someone you can trust. If you really think you can convince him to go and talk to him already, he should be en route patrolling the town. Yes, I'll do that, and thanks. It looks like we have a plan then. Which is much more than what you had when you came here. It's true. I think I know where I stand now, for the first time in a long time. Still, I just have to go to the ball first. But the way things are now, the ball is just a silly girl's dreams. I don't even have a dress. I'm going to surprise you here. That is the least of your troubles right now. I'll get you a dress. One of my old ones, actually. Actually, I used to wear it when I was about your age, and believe me, I melted many hearts in it. I really don't know if... Oh, I'm sure you'll love it. I'll have it cleaned and ready for the ball. Just pay me a visit before you go to the palace, and I'll give it to you. I should be able to find some way to allow you inside the palace, so don't worry about it. I just need to pull some strings. God, I'm really grateful for your help. I don't know what I would do without you. Don't mention it. I made a promise to your mother, remember? And a few words of advice and an old dress don't cost me that much. You might even say I managed to pay my debt cheaply. Cheaply? Well, I'm about to leave this town and was afraid you might come asking for something requiring actual effort. Madam God, selfish as ever. Do I look like some magical helper from the enchanted realm to you? I'm no fairy godmother, Cinders. And you're very lucky I'm not one of the little folk. Now go, all is set. You know what to do. Let's go talk to Perrault again. I love Perrault. Let's see if we can get him to agree to go with us. Perrault! But I saw with my own
once, and it was evil, I tell you, evil! How can you not believe me? Because you sound... I'm sorry, I couldn't think of another voice. Oh, woe is me. What did you say, Captain? You need to speak up. I said, please continue, and calm down. I am calm, but she gazes at me with her evil eye. Look, all I get is evil. What other proof would one need, eh? Maybe a dead body. Excuse me, Captain. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I need to speak to you. This sounds important. You'll need to excuse me, madam. I have to take care of this urgent matter. I shall investigate your complaint and take the necessary steps. He's like, oh god, get me out of here! Oh god, I love this man. He is kind of the best. Oh, alright. Sure, as long as the one complaining is young and beautiful, it's always urgent. I'd have to die a violent death to be that urgent. How fair is that, eh? I swear, it's like my younger son says, screw the city guard. Thank you. You saved me from ignorance and absurdity. However can I repay you? Oh, I have a couple of ideas. However, all I need right now is to speak to you. And I'm afraid that it isn't a simple matter, either. I see. It's always a pleasure to speak to you, regardless. I'm all ears. Remember our last talk? I made up my mind. Let's do it. Just let me make sure we're talking about the same thing. You mean, let's run away together. Start a new life. Right now? Would that be too soon? But what I had in mind was escaping tomorrow late into the night, when no one will notice. Oh yes, tomorrow. That makes much more sense. It's outright self-explanatory. I sense that you're not properly overjoyed. I'm sorry, this is just so improbable. Please, tell me what you have in mind. I want to run away from here, with you, just like we talked yesterday. We both know what is in store for us if we remain here. Your skills and values discarded by the prince, my existence being sneered at by those closest to me. But we can start over, and we can lead lives we ourselves choose. And it's not a dream, it's a real chance. I know it sounds crazy, but why not choose this hopeful unknown over this certain misery here? Cinders, it doesn't just sound crazy, it is crazy. I like you, but I hardly even know you. Ooh, that's true. I think I liked you more last night when we were much more open-minded. I admit what we spoke about yesterday did sound enticing, and I'm not sure what to do about the prince's offer. But there's a vast difference between allowing yourself some daydreaming and you stopping me in the middle of the street offering me to start a new life with me. Oh, pardon me, I didn't realize you would rather go back to investigating that woman's crime report. Let me know when you are less busy, we can talk then. You were jesting again, but this is a serious thing you were asking for. And believe me, I'm actually considering it. I'm sorry, I know it's an unusual idea. I don't know how I would have reacted myself, even though I wanted to break free from here for years now. But think about it this way. What if we got to lose? What's really stopping you from just getting out of here? For starters, you and me. I don't even know what our relationship is, I've just met you. Besides, am I not too old to be plotting escape with a fair young lady? I would say you're just about the right age. Cinders, please. Fine, I know what you mean. I don't know what we are to each other either, and I can't make any promises. But I know that I like you, and that you are someone who's in a similar situation to me. I also know I can trust you in those old-fashioned but charming ideals of yours. I have no idea how our life is going to look when we get out of here, but at least it shows some promise, unlike staying here. Cinders, but what if... No, please. More questions won't change anything. It's just as you said. It's as you said. We barely know each other and can't know the future. Yet here I am, standing before you making a ridiculous offer. You're going to reject it. reject it, I'll understand. All I can say is that I'm serious about it, and would like to try it and see how it goes. So what say you? Fair enough? Fair enough. Let's make this happen. And I'm going to eat one of my belts if some bard doesn't make a song about it. Really? Yes. I have more than enough belts anyways. You know what I meant. Yes, I really do intend to escape with you and never look back, like in the old knight romances. However, I still want to perform this last duty to my prince and guard him at the ball. I'll inform him of my plans when it's over, and come to your residence to pick you up. That works well with my plan. Give me the time to prove something to Lady Carmosa, her daughters, and myself. May I inquire what's that about? Oh, you will know when you see it. Don't worry. But I'll be ready to escape with you before the festives end. Just how are you going to pick me up when Carmosa's there? Maybe I should sneak out and meet you at the crossroads instead? Don't worry, I have a plan already. One that should prevent Carmosa from looking for you long enough for us to get far away. I'll come for you not long after midnight, I promise. You'd better, because after that, after what I plan for tomorrow, there is no turning back to the old ways for me. You have this old knight's word on that, Cinders. This is awesome. So they're leaving town together! Okay. I am going to end it here. Thank you guys for watching. And I know that this game isn't going to get a steady fan base or anything, and honestly that's not really what I'm looking for. I'm just playing this game because it's a lot of fun. Especially to see a game that has so many different options that you can choose. So thanks for watching. I'm gonna go illegally shoot off fireworks because it's definitely after the 4th of July. Have a nice night.